Ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Greg Young, and I'm coming to you live one more time this morning from Davenport, Florida. And this morning in my morning life wake-ups, I'm going to talk about a topic that I feel like, a lot of people don't talk about as much as they should. And what it is, it's time for you to release the villains that is inside of you. And a lot of people don't realize that they have certain things that's hidden on the inside of them that's holding them back from getting on to the next level in life. And I totally believe that if people were able to release these certain type of villains that's holding them back from getting on to the next level in life, they will be more successful. And the first one I'm going to talk about is a great one, because I feel like this is the biggest one that always holds people back from achieving that next level in life that they want to achieve. And that is fear. We always have a sense of fear that, we're not able to do certain things, but the thing is with fear to me is just a frequency. It's whatever if you adjust your mind to fear, and you think fear and you believe fear, then fear is going to set in, because like I said, whatever the mind can achieve and whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But the thing is, when you conceive and believe in fear, then it comes inside of your mind, and now you tend to let fear stop you from going to the next level in life. But this morning I'm challenging you to face your fears head on. Whatever you've been going through in life that has been making you fearful and eating on you on the inside of you and has been holding you back from getting to that next level in life. This morning, I challenge you to face that fear head on. I don't know what your fears are, but everybody has fears inside of them that they need to face head on in order to move on to the next level, in order to give them confidence to where they can succeed on at a higher level. You might have a lot of people have fear of afraid of heights. A lot of people have fear of afraid of certain things, like certain animals fear them, like snakes and reptiles and all those different things. And a lot of people just have fear of being able to try something new, because they have fear that they're not going to be able to do it. But I'm here to tell you this morning, in order for you to get to the next level in life, you have to find a way to face your fears head on. Because if you don't find a way to face your fears head on, then you're never going to get to the next level in life to where you want to be to get what you deserve out of life. But the thing is, you have to be able to step up to the plate and face your fears. And you cannot allow someone else to put fear in you. When you set out to do something in life, and then you allow someone else to put fear in you and give disbelief and cause disbelief in you being able to achieve something, because you might allow what someone might say might put fear in you and cause you not to strive hard to achieve something in life that you wanted real bad. You was all hyped up and ready to achieve this particular thing. But then fear set in because you allow someone else to let fear set in within you. And now you have that fear, and now you don't want to go on to that next level in life. You don't want to achieve that next thing in life that you set out to achieve, because you allow someone else to set fear in. Maybe you sat down and you talked to somebody about what you was trying to do. And then when you sat down and you talked to them about what you was trying to do, and then they told you, well, you know what, Greg, man, I mean, I don't know if you can accomplish that, man. That sounds like a lot. That's just really going to be hard, and that just really takes a lot of dedication and consistency. And I just don't know, if you can do it, because you've only been used to doing this. You've only been used to going to work and working a 9 to 5, and that's been your routine, and that's been what you've been comfortable with. And I just don't think you'll be able to achieve this, because I just don't think you have what it takes. And now you allow someone to tell you what you can and cannot achieve and set fear inside of you, which is a villain that you need to let out of you because of the simple fact that it holds you back, because you allow someone else's opinion on what they thought about what you could conceive and achieve, set fear in you, and now you didn't even give it a try because you allowed them to talk you out of it and set fear in you. And you cannot allow people to do that, because the thing is about it, if you want to achieve something great in life, then you got to be able to use your subconscious mind way of thinking in order to believe that you can achieve it. And then you have to use in visualization a picture that you have already achieved it before it comes in the virtual reality, before it comes to the physical reality. But you cannot allow fear to stop you from going on to that next level. And that's one of the greatest things that hold people back a lot in life, because I hear a lot of people tell, when I talk to people all the time and they be trying to get to the next level in life, but their fears won't allow them. They have that sense of fear that they just can't accomplish it because it's something that they never set out to do before. And by it being something that they never set out to do before, then they don't have the confidence within themselves to believe that they can achieve it. And then they allow fear to set in, and then they just give up and they just don't do it. But what I'm saying to you this morning is it's time for you to release the villains inside of you that have been holding you back from moving on to the next destination in life and moving forward. Let your fears go. I challenge you this morning. I know somebody, has fears going on in their life right now that they're fearing of doing whatever it is. You may have fear of moving on to the next step in a relationship with somebody that you're in right now. But you have to evaluate that person and see if that person is giving you what you want. And then if that person is giving you what you want and making you satisfied and happy, let that fear go and move on with that relationship, because you never know how good it could be for you just because you shut down because of your fears of your past relationship that you have had with someone else. But you cannot judge what you've had in the past with what you have in the future. You cannot allow the fear of the things that held you back in the past to keep holding you back from moving on in the future. So that's what you have to realize. You have to face your fears head on, and in order to release that villain, one of those villains that's living on the inside of you. And fear is one of them, because a lot of people go through fear in certain situations. A lot of people won't take a chance at investing in themselves because they have fear that they won't be able to do it, or they have fear of what somebody's going to think about them, or how somebody's going to feel about them. But see, one thing that you have to realize, when you make a decision to do something in life, you got to put everything on the outside that's looking in. You got to keep that out there. You can't allow that to come into your spirit and create fear to where you cannot move on to the next level, to where you want to be, so you can accomplish whatever you can. So whatever you want to do, or whatever you set out to do. So this is what I'm saying to you this morning, is that you cannot allow the fear that you have, which is a villain on the inside of you, stop you from moving on to the next level. Because you have to be, and have the mindset of success and winning in order to win in anything that you do. And it's not about business. It's just in everyday walks of life. It's just in the decisions that you have to make each and every day in life. A lot of people don't make certain decisions based upon fear, because they have a fear that decision that they're about to make will not work. But what I'm saying to you this morning is, step out of your comfort zone, overcome your fears, and move on and release that villain of fear that's hiding on the inside of you. You have it inside of you, and you need to learn how to face it. I challenge you today, and the rest of this week, something that you're most afraid of, or that you most fear, I challenge you to face it. If you're afraid of heights, I challenge you to climb on top of a house. If you're afraid of snakes, I challenge you to be around snakes and just say, hey, you know what? I'm no longer going to fear this. And then if you have a fear of insecurity, I challenge you to face that fear of insecurity head on so you can move on to the next level in life. Because as long as you allow that villain of fear to hold you back, you're never going to get to where you want to be in life. So you got to let it out of you on the inside of you. You have to let it out. And the next one I want to talk about is unbelief. You know, a lot of people have unbelief in themselves. They don't believe that they can achieve certain things in life because of the simple fact that they've never achieved it. You know, like say, for instance, they set out to achieve something in life and they've never done it before. So now all this unbelief sets in once they try and it's not working out. But what you have to realize, anything worth having is worth working for and waiting for. So patience, you have to have patience. You can't just let unbelief set in because you set out to do a task and it's not working out right away. Nothing comes overnight. Success doesn't come overnight. And that's what you have to realize. Everything happens within due time and within the patience that you have. So you cannot allow unbelief to stop you from being patient and wanting to sit back and wait on something to take place. Because if you allow your unbelief and that villain of unbelief that is on the inside of you stop you from moving forward to the next level, because you have unbelief that you won't be successful, that you can't do it, or you have unbelief based upon what somebody else's opinion told you that you couldn't do it and you're not able to succeed. You don't want to allow that villain of unbelief to hold you back from moving on to the next level. You've got to believe in yourself, because the thing is, if you don't have confidence in yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect others to believe in you? So your unbelief, it puts a boundary around you to where if others see that you don't have no belief in yourself, others are not going to have belief in you. So you cannot teach no one to do nothing else or train no one to do nothing else when you have unbelief and believing that you can even train yourself to do it. So that's where we have to face that villain of unbelief. You know, we cannot allow unbelief to stop us from moving forward to the next level in life, because of the simple fact that we all deserve the best out of life. And we have to realize that we deserve the best out of life. But when we have that unbelief on the inside of us, that villain of unbelief, we cannot see, you know, the clear picture. You know, we cannot see what we're worth. We cannot see where we're going. We cannot see the level of excellence that we can achieve, because we have unbelief that we cannot even get to the first step, or we won't rise above the obstacles. Because the thing is, as soon as the road get rough, your unbelief sets in and you quit. And that's the time that you shouldn't. When the road gets rough and your unbelief sets in, no matter how hard the task is that you're trying to accomplish and you don't see no results, just keep moving, keep going on strong, keep believing in yourself, keep knowing that you're gonna be able to accomplish this no matter what. Don't give up, because that's the most important thing. You cannot allow the villain of unbelief make you give up or quit in something that you're trying to accomplish in life, that you know that's gonna be big for you and your family, or that's gonna maybe possibly take you and your family to the next level. You got to look at, okay, if my unbelief, the villain of unbelief, allows me to give up and quit, you got to know you're not quitting on yourself. You're quitting on your family too, because your family depends on you to keep them held up, depends on you to be that great role model. And you cannot be that great role model to your family and keep them lifted up and upheld if you have that villain of unbelief on the inside of you, because that villain of unbelief on the inside of you will take over. So you've got to believe in yourself and believe that you can achieve. You know, you got to believe whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. But you don't want to You don't want to let that mind conceive that achievement of unbelief. You don't want to let that mind conceive that achievement of fear. You don't want those things to hold you back. You always want to be able to believe in yourself and know that no matter how hard something gets, no matter how many obstacles you have to overcome to get to the next level in life, you're not going to allow unbelief to stop you. When the road gets rough, you're going to start working harder. You know, when the going gets tough, you're going to start pushing harder. You're going to start believing more. You're going to start wanting for more. You're going to start asking for more. You're going to start praying for more. And that's what gets you out of that sense of that unbelief, of that villain of unbelief that's hiding on the inside of you. See, we don't know that we have these villains on the inside of us until we try to do something. Because as long as we're not trying to accomplish nothing in life, these villains don't set in. This villain of fear doesn't set in. This villain of unbelief doesn't set in until you set out to do a particular task that is challenging to you. Because when you're trying to do something or accomplish something that is challenging to you, this is the time that the fear sets in. This is the time that the unbelief sets in. And you cannot allow those two things to stop you. You know, because the thing is, you're only as strong as you believe you are. And if you believe that you're strong, then you're strong. And that's the same thing with your unbelief. You know, if you believe that you can succeed, you will succeed. And now that unbelief goes away. So we cannot allow that feeling of unbelief, when it sets in, to hold us back from moving on forward in life, no matter what we're trying to accomplish. So what I'm saying to you this morning in my morning life wake-ups is that, you know, it's time for you to release those villains inside of you that have been holding you back, because so many people don't realize that we have these villains on the inside of us because we never try to do anything that's hard or complicated. But as soon as you try to do something that's hard or complicated, that's when these villains set in. That's when the villain of fear sets in. That's when the villain of unbelief sets in, because it's challenging to you. And then it may be hard along the way for you to get to the point to where you want to be in life and to the level where you want to be. But the thing is about it is that your unbelief makes it harder. You get what I'm saying? See, if something is hard for you to accomplish and you're already having challenges and it's already challenging, and then you let that villain of fear and unbelief set in, it only makes it harder for you to accomplish it. So what we have to realize in life, we're only as strong as we want to be. If you want to be strong, you're strong. But if you don't want to be strong, you're weak. So, but you're weak when you allow the villain of unbelief to come in, and you're weak when you allow the villain of fear to come in and stop you from accomplishing what you have set out to accomplish. So you just have to realize that no matter what you're going through or what you're trying to accomplish, don't allow fear and unbelief to set in and stop you from accomplishing that particular thing. Because once you do that, then now you lose your courage, you lose your confidence, and you lose everything, and now you quit. But I can tell you right now, there was a saying that says, a winner never quits and a quitter never wins. So you cannot allow the villains of fear and unbelief allow you to quit something when you're trying to accomplish it, because you don't know if you quit, if you could have accomplished it. You could have accomplished it and you could have been great at it, but you gave up. You quit because the time when the road got rough and things wasn't working out in your favor, now your fear set in and your unbelief set in, and now you have no confidence in yourself, and you quit. And you say, well, okay, well, I can't do it. But that's when you should put fuel to the fire. You know, put another log in the fireplace and burn it, and burn some more fire and create some more fire inside of you that burning desire inside of you to succeed. You got to turn it up when those feelings of fear and unbelief set in, because you have to know what it takes for you to be successful. And if you don't know what it takes for you to be successful, then you're gonna allow those villains that are living on the inside of you to take over you, and now you're not gonna get what you want out of life. And you're not going to get to the point in life to where you want to be, because you're allowing those things to take over you. But you do not want to do that. You don't want to let the villains of unbelief and fear stop you. So I'm challenging you this morning. If you have a fear, if you have any fears going on in your life right now, I challenge you to face them. If you have any thoughts of unbelief going on inside of your head right now in anything that you're trying to accomplish in life, maybe you have this great business idea and you're trying to accomplish this, but now you have this fear is set in, and now this unbelief is set in because you have tried and you didn't get the results that you wanted. So now you allow fear and unbelief to set in and you quit. But I'm challenging you right now. Whatever that is that you gave up on, that you felt like you could not succeed in, go back and give it another try. Because the thing is, you have to look at when you go through hard times in life and trials and tribulations and obstacles and setbacks and all these different things, you have to look at those things as learning experiences. You have to look at them as a learning experience. Okay, well, I did it this way and it didn't work. Okay, that's a learning experience. Next time I'm going to try it a different way. Because you have to realize when you're trying to accomplish something in life, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen when you want it to, but you got to be patient to be able to wait and believe that you can achieve this, and let go of your fears and your unbelief, that villain of fear and that villain of unbelief that's on the inside of you, that's stopping you, that is holding you back from getting to that next level in life to where you want to be, so you can be as successful as you want to be. Because this is what you have to realize. Life is a journey. Life is not something that you reach overnight. Life is a journey. It's something that's ongoing. So as long as you live on this earth, you're gonna have ups and downs. You're gonna have obstacles that's gonna stand in your way, but you cannot allow those ups and downs and those obstacles to set a sense of fear in you, to set a sense of unbelief in you. You've got to be able to release those villains and let those villains out so you can move on. Because 99.9% of the people stay where they are today because of their fear and their unbelief. And they get comfortable. A lot of people get comfortable, and then now, but that's only because of their fear and their unbelief. That's what makes them comfortable, because they're comfortable with where they are, because they say, hey, you know what? I got a 9 to 5. I can go to work every day. My bills are paid, and I have a little bit of money left over, maybe enough to go out to eat maybe once a month, and I'm able to spend time with my family maybe once a month, and that's enough, because that's what your belief system has triggered inside of your mind, to believe that that's all you can have. But see, you have to be able to elevate your mind to the next level, just like an elevator. See, an elevator does not always stay on the bottom floor. An elevator always goes up higher and higher and higher to the next floor. And that's the way you have to elevate your mind up higher and higher to the next floors. But you cannot elevate your mind up to the next floors if you have a sense of fear, if you have a sense of unbelief. You cannot do it. You're going to stay at the bottom. You cannot rise to the top if you have fear and unbelief. So you have to learn how to face those villains head on of fear and unbelief, and believe that you can go out there and achieve what you want, and don't allow someone else to make that decision for you. See, a lot of people allow other people to make their decisions, and then they believe in what they say, and then they don't try no more. Someone tells them it ain't gonna work, and then the first thing they say, well, you know what, man, I don't think it will work. I've been trying and trying, and I tried this and I failed, and I tried this and I failed. You know what? Maybe you're right, man. Maybe I should just stay at my 9 to 5 and never try to advance any higher. But that is the thinking of a person that has a chicken mentality. You're not thinking like an eagle. Eagles don't think like that. Chickens think like that. And chickens have fear. And that's what I'm saying to you this morning, that you have to be able to rise above the obstacles in life when they come your way. You got to be able to step up and step out into it and face it and stop hiding behind it. See, a lot of people don't get far in life because they hide behind their fears. They hide behind their unbelief instead of them just stepping up to the plate and dealing with their unbeliefs and dealing with their fears. They hide behind them. And then that causes them to not believe in themselves that they can achieve what they want in life. That causes them to have fear to stop them from going for what they want and what they deserve in life. But what I'm saying to you this morning is face your unbeliefs head on, face your fears head on, and move on to the next level and release those two villains of fear and unbelief that is on the inside of you that has been holding you back. And because I know it's a known fact, people's unbelief and fears have been holding them back for so long. Why do you think you have so many people that is comfortable with working a 9 to 5, and then when you go to them and you try to present them with something, an idea of something that can improve their lifestyle, they look at it with blinders on. And the reason why they look at it with blinders on is because, number one, from the beginning, they already had fear and they already had unbelief. They made the decision before they even took a look. And you should not make a decision. You should not prejudge something before you know what it's all about, because it could have been the thing that could change your life, could make your life a whole new different level, could take your life to another level. So you have to believe that, it's time for you to release the villains inside of you. You have to release them. If you don't release those villains inside of you that's holding you back, like your fear, your unbelief, but this one right here, to me, is the most biggest one that holds everybody back, and that's failure. When you believe that you're going to fail in something before you even try, you will. You have to believe that you're going to succeed. But a lot of people believe that they're going to fail before they even try. They already have this picture in their mind, like, say for instance, they're going to look at an opportunity, but inside their head, when they get to that person, that the person is going to show them that opportunity, they have already made up their mind that they can't do it, that they're going to fail. They've already made the excuses. They've already made, the first excuse they'll say, well, you know what? I don't have time. Or they'll make up the other excuse. I don't have the money. Or I can't afford it. Or they'll make up another excuse. I'm just not cut out for it. I just don't think that I can do it. But you make up all those excuses of failure before you already try. Why would you make up all those excuses of failure before you already tried? You don't know what you can do until you try. If you've never tried to do something, you don't know if you can do it or not. If you've never tried to ride a bike, you don't know if you can ride it. If you've never tried to cook, you don't know if you can cook. If you've never tried to be successful in anything that you have set out to do, you don't know if you could be successful or not. So don't allow that villain of failure to set in your mind before you even give it a try. Because like I said, a lot of people right now, they make up their minds before they even see something. They're already making, oh man, you know what, man, I ain't finna deal with that, man. That's a scam. I ain't never seen nobody succeed in that. And I don't have the time. It's just a waste of my time. I'm just gonna continue working my job because it's convenient. That's a chicken mentality. That's a chicken mentality when you allow your fears to set in and make the decision for you before you even take a look at what somebody's trying to present to you, or take a look at what somebody's trying to show you, or even listen to what somebody's trying to tell you. Because the thing is, if you go into a conversation with a closed mind, you're going to get closed results. I'll say that again. If you go into a conversation with a closed mind, you're going to get closed results. And I'm going to tell you why, because you have already made that decision on that particular thing before you even seen it. You already made the decision. You said, well, you know what, I'll take a look at it, but I already know I'm not going to do it because I already know I'm not going to be successful. And I already know that the 99.9% of the people that have ever did this, they've never been really successful. And I think all the people that say that they've been making money doing it is just all a bunch of lies. Why would you take that attitude into something that could possibly be the game changer in your life, that could turn your life around, that could give you the lifestyle that you want? Don't let your negative thoughts and negative comments of failure and fear and unbelief stop you from moving forward to the next level. It's time for you to release the villains inside of you. And we need to realize that if we don't realize we have villains inside of us, we cannot release them. But a lot of people don't realize that they have these villains inside of them and they cannot release them because they don't set in until they try to accomplish something. And then that's when they set in, and when they set in, when they're trying to accomplish something, now they give up because they allow these villains of fear and unbelief and failure to take over. So now they don't even give it a try. They have already made the decision that they're going to fail before they even try. And that's why I say in life, you have to be able to open your mind like a parachute and be susceptible to sit down and listen when somebody's trying to tell you something or somebody's trying to show you something, because you never know the value out of it and the value that it can add to your life if you don't listen, if you don't look at it from a different point of view than just looking at it from a point of view of fear, unbelief, and failure. Because when you look at any situation with fear, unbelief, and failure, what you're going to get? Those results. You know, and like I said, when you need to look at things when you want to go to the next level in life. You need to look at things as success, consistency, perseverance, drive, all those things. Release those negative villains of fear, unbelief, and failure, and download success, perseverance, consistency, dedication, willpower. All those things will get you to the next level in life in a positive way. But you can never get to the next level in life in a positive way if you still allow those villains of fear, unbelief, and failure to take over. So what I'm saying to you this morning, I'm challenging you this morning in my morning life wake ups, is to face those three things head on. And I guarantee you, if you can learn to face those three things head on and work on those things in your life slowly, you will see a change in your life. I'm a living witness. I used to be the same way. I used to have a sense of fear. I used to have a sense of unbelief. I used to have a sense of failure. But you know what? You know what I realized? Me having those things kept me where I was, kept me building somebody else's wealth, kept me trading time for dollars, kept me time broke, kept me drowning in student loan debt. You know, it kept me in the same position that I was in. But then I realized, I said, hey, you know what? I got to let these things go. I got to adapt my mind. I got to renew my mind to a different thinking pattern process. And when I renewed my mind to a different thinking pattern process, I became a different person. So that's what I'm saying to you. When you learn how to renew your mind to a different thinking pattern process from fear, unbelief, and failure, you'll become a different you. So I challenge you this morning to work on those three things in your life and see how much your life changes. Once you face those things head on, I challenge you to do it because I know you can do it, because I did it. And I'm a living witness. Like I said, I mean, it took some time for me to get to where I am today, but I just want to let you know, I just want to inspire you to let you know that you can be where I am today too. But you cannot get to where I am today if you don't release these villains of fear, unbelief, and failure. Now, once you are able to release those villains of fear, unbelief, and failure, now you can get to the next level in life. But you cannot get to the next level in life as long as you have a sense of fear and unbelief and failure. You have to know what it takes for you to succeed to the next level, but it's all up to you. You cannot allow nobody else to let fear set in. You cannot allow nobody else to let unbelief set in. You cannot allow nobody else to let failure set in. You got to believe in yourself. You are your biggest asset. That's what you have to realize. You are your biggest asset. Nobody else is your biggest asset but you. So it's up to you to create the lifestyle that you want. But you cannot create it when you allow these villains of fear, unbelief, and failure to set in and stop you from moving on forward to the next level to where you want to be. And like I said, I challenge you this morning. Face those three things head on. If you have to face one at a time, say, okay, today I'm going to work on my fears. Tomorrow, I'm going to work on my unbelief. The next day, I'm going to work on my failures. I'm going to work on my sense of my mind of believing that I'm going to fail and turn that failure into success. Because like I said, all those things are just frequencies to me. Fear is a frequency. Unbelief is a frequency. Failure is a frequency. Because the thing is in life, if you think that you're going to do everything perfect in life and never fail at nothing, you're highly wrong. You're highly wrong. But when you fail at something, just learn from that mistake, from failure, and learn how to do it different the next time around. Because you never know. Maybe you didn't do it right. Maybe you didn't go about it right. Or maybe you didn't have the right people teaching you how to do it. You have to realize a lot of people fail in things because of the way it is structured. If something is not set up right and structured right, you're going to fail. If something is not taught right, you're going to fail. That's just the way it is. If someone is not presenting something right, you're going to fail. So you have to realize it's not you. It may have been the teachings that you was getting. Maybe you have tried investing in yourself and you lost a lot of money. Maybe it was because of the investments you invested into, or maybe it was because of the people that you entrusted into that you invested with. Do it different the next time around, because you never know what you can do until you keep trying. It's just like a little baby. If you take a little baby, for instance, when that little baby first starts to walk, that baby gets up. But if that baby falls down, that baby gets back up and tries again. So that's what I'm saying to you this morning. When you fail, don't give up. Don't accept failure as a defeat. Accept failure as a learning experience and do it different the next time around. And if you do it like that, I guarantee you'll get better results. And that's just the way it is. And that's life. Because like I said, before I got to where I am today in life, I failed in a lot of things. But did I quit? No. Did I want to quit? Yes. But you know what? You know what I knew? I knew if I quit, I wasn't only quitting on me, I was quitting on my family that depended on me. So now that gave me the drive to keep moving on strong. That's what gives me the drive to keep bringing these morning life wake-ups to you, to inspire you to do better, to live better, so you can create a better lifestyle. But if you're just listening and not taking the advice and using it, then you've already failed. You've got to take what I'm saying and use it and apply it in your daily lifestyle and routines in life that you do, and face these things head on and learn how to deal with them so you can get to the next level. But you can't if you allow fear, unbelief, and failure to take over. So once again, my name is Greg Young, coming to you live one more time from Davenport, Florida. And I just pray and I hope that what I said in my morning live wake ups message, it resonates with you and it sinks down deep and you really truly think about these villains and release those villains from on the inside of you. And I guarantee you, you will see your life start to change. So I just like to thank each and every one of you all for stopping by my morning live wake ups this morning. And I just do me a favor, like, comment, and share on this video, because I know that there's someone around the world today that woke up dealing with all three of those villains that I just named, and it's time for you to release those villains from being on the inside of you, but you cannot release those villains from being on the inside of you until you renew your thinking pattern process. And you know what causes those villains to be on the inside of you? Your conscious mind way of thinking. So now you need to deprogram your conscious mind way of thinking and program your subconscious mind way of thinking. And now you will understand how to deal with those things and overcome them. You'll understand how to deal with fear. You'll understand how to deal with unbelief. You'll understand how to deal with failure. So, like I said, once again, thank each and every one of you all for stopping by my live this morning. But I got a call to action. And it's powered by Zinc and it's Skin Tech. And what this is, it is a foam that you spray in, you rub it in, and once you rub it in, it cleans, moisturizes, and protects. And it's like an invisible glove. You know, it keeps you protected from viruses, bacteria from up to 4 hours, you know, and once you wash your hands, it stays on. Like I said, it's a really great product. It has been selling like crazy off of my website. So if you're interested in purchasing that product, click the link below at zensmakesense.com, and it's on there. You can pre-order it today, get it, and protect your family. Because what are we trying to do within these economic crisis things that's going on right now in the world? We're trying to keep ourselves protected. And that product that was just released, Skin Tech, is an awesome product to keep you protected for up to 4 hours from bacteria, viruses, or whatever harmful chemicals you may come across throughout your daily life or work or routine or whatever you do in life. You want to keep yourself protected. And another thing, I have a free gift for you all for stopping by. Go to my website, zensmakesense.com. One is a free I Go Travel website membership, and the other one is Bill Genius, which is a bill negotiator. It will help you save money on your bills, and I know everybody needs help with saving money on their bills. So I just want to thank each and every one of you all for stopping by, and I just want to tell you, if you're going out to work this morning, drive safe on the highway. When you get to work, work safe. If you're working from home, stay safe. And just remember those three things. Release those three villains that's inside of you: fear, unbelief, and failure. And watch how much your life changed in the years to come. So once again, thank you for stopping by. And God bless you all. And have a blessed day. And goodbye.